Mary manages to be creative in so many different forms.
Well, just the fact that I'm sitting right now in front of this camera doing this, that says something about creativity. I'm sure no one else is gonna do something like this. So that shows this is really a novel idea for doing this kind of an evaluation.
She's wonderful. She knows what to do. She knows, she's got a lot of experience. She draws on things from all different areas, and you know what she does is not only in her work, it's in her outside of work. It's just her life.
See, Mary's biggest quality, I think, is sort of an enthusiastic attitude towards things that are going on, and the sort of healthy disrespect for the sort of traditional ways of doing things. And that level of freedom allows her to explore different areas which the more sort of staid people around here would be bound by.
Mary is the best director ever. I was really nervous and I didn't know how to go about it, and Mary took care of everything from what to wear and how to say things and what to say and how to prepare for it. And really she took a nerve-wracking experience and made it quite pleasant.
She made me feel comfortable and familiar with the equipment that I needed to do without overwhelming me.
She was very straightforward and able to get things out of me that I wasn't sure were that she could get out of me.
Mary has been a great resource in terms of getting discussion going and appreciating others' ideas and developing those ideas.
I think Mary's strongest skill or ability or personality feature is her ability to get people to work together, to organize activities, to come up with ideas that people can build around, rather than trying to push forward one particular point of view, irrespective of who gets angry, who gets upset.
In general, she was able to strike a good balance between promoting her own point of view, what she believed in, and adapting to others' points of view when that was necessary.
What Mary Van Dusen was able to do was to work on helping me get together my ideas and fit them into a new format, which for me was a total mind-expanding experience.
She not only listened to my problem, but she actively got interested into it. She, because of that, she was able to give me good advice on to how to proceed to solve my problem, and I really appreciated that. This is very different from a number of other people I've worked with, which take a much more passive attitude and don't really seem to have a lot of interest in helping you out and getting you to do what you need to do in the best form possible.
Getting people to do stuff and motivating various activities. Again, that's a relatively rare quality, which is crucial to the operation of the division.
Mary has a clear mind. It is fun to brainstorm with her. When you have a good idea, even if it's complicated, she can hear you and she can see it. And furthermore, she can open it up for you and it can solve. To summarize, she can see, she can hear, and she can talk as well.
And of course, and all of Mary's teaching is accompanied by a very strong sense of warmth and enthusiasm for her own subject, and that gets conveyed to the person who's on the learning end, and really helps in undertaking this kind of a project, because I think for the uninitiated, there is something very, very awesome about having to do a video production.
I think everybody who knows Mary knows that she's a wonderfully warm, friendly person who explains things very patiently and very thoroughly, and manages to get people like me who know nothing about video both more knowledgeable and actually very interested in learning a lot more about how to do these things myself, which I would never have imagined anybody could do.
Mary, I think, deserves a lot of credit for taking the initiative to get the shoot going that eventuated in our Laserdisc, and kind of mobilizing the troops, setting a deadline, setting a schedule, and getting everyone going. And she did that, and we all benefited from that.
She is able to motivate herself to do large amounts of work. For example, constructing transcripts of interviews, which have, I think, inspired others in the project to do more work, and particularly at the beginning of a project, this is always an issue.
We got a listing of all of the libraries and other IBM locations, and from Alice Lean, who's the manager of the library. And this was all Mary's idea, and copies of the video magazine, the computer science video magazine, were sent to university libraries, to libraries of other IBM locations, and it was also sent to our PhD recruiters who visit universities in order for them to play these videos when they're on their recruiting trips.
It's a certain willingness to volunteer when nobody else will volunteer, to take on a challenge when nobody else is willing, even if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. But then to find the people to rally around and the concepts that will get people to work on the idea.
It was also her idea to set up an edit suite in the library for other people to use, so they don't interfere with the work that's going on in the edit suite.
Obviously, the research video magazines are a particular type of communication, and something that I think has been helpful. I think they're more helpful than just as a video magazine, in that they're a vehicle by which projects can communicate with one another, and actually a project can organize its own thoughts as to what are the important characteristics of that project.
Everybody was very, very impressed with the quality, and not only the art involved in the creation of that video, but the way that the technical content came through, along with really a wonderful production with music and really an excellent reporting, really, of some of our major projects in computer science.
Willingness and enthusiasm to actually get things done, to sort of just start doing something and pulling it off. So many other people just plan things to death, such that it never occurs. These people with those qualities may be useful somewhere, but in order to make a research division work, we need people who actually get these things done.
Mary has an absolutely incredible breadth and depth of knowledge of this area of expertise of hers, and it's one that she is very, very willing and anxious to also share with other people. And I think Mary also has a wonderful gift for being able to explain to the novice in terms that are very, very understandable, and how to go about creating videos.
Her breadth and depth of knowledge and expertise is about as deep and wide as you could get. She's wonderful. She knows what to do. She knows. She's got a lot of experience.
Whenever I had any question about the latest and greatest that was out as in the market, or anything regarding to video, I asked her, and she knew the answer right off the bat.
It's the combination of the computer background or experience in these areas with the sort of video areas that make Mary an important sort of combination.
One other thing that I forgot to mention in the resourcefulness and creative and initiative area is this wonderful idea of doing a brag sheet by asking other people to testify about different aspects of the things that need to be mentioned in the brag sheet. I think this is a great idea.
So all in all, Mary is worthwhile keeping, and we better have her do something. She shouldn't be spending all of her time dealing with making videos about leukemic patients and the sort of stodgy, although non-linear, video type stuff. We need to deal more in the communication and sharing of multimedia information, which is why she should be spending more of her time with the magic paper people to actually bring to fruition some of these fancier ideas rather than just making courseware that anyone could do.
I'm not sure, what else to say other than she's great.